Right, let's clap it up, clap it up. Right, all right. Shalom Israel. We back, man. This is history class. Monday night. Monday night is history class. Let's see here. Tonight, the title of tonight's class is Being in the Truth Means Being Disciplined. Being in the truth means being disciplined. When you come into this truth, you have to have discipline. You can't be undisciplined. You understand? There's a lot that goes into coming into the truth. When you read throughout the Bible, you know, we have a lot of letters in the Bible of brothers being disciplined and brothers not being disciplined. You have positive things that happen when you're disciplined, and you have negative things that happen when you're not disciplined, being in the truth.
Right.
You understand? What does it mean? What does the word discipline mean? Somebody tell me, what does the word discipline mean? You got something for me, Darash? That's my nephew. Here you go again. He jumping off quick. What does discipline mean, Darash?
Discipline means, like, if somebody tells you something, you gotta do it.
That's right. That's what discipline means.
If you don't do it, something bad is gonna happen. But if you do it, something good.
Say it again for me, Darash. Say the first part you said before?
When somebody tells you to do something, if you don't do it, you get bad results. But if you do it, you get good results.
He said, when someone tells you to do something and you do it, you get good results. If you don't do it, you get bad results. That's discipline. Discipline. You got what you got. What you got? What discipline mean to you?
A lot.
Did I catch you off guard? Give me the definition of discipline. Pull that up for me.
The one was for y'all to it. Look up the definition.
There you go.
A personal follower of Salah. That's disciple. Salah.
You got disciple.
I think that's what I got up there too.
What's that?
For the title.
Oh, you got disciple. Oh, you got the wrong. Well, the title is Being in the Truth means being disciplined. You understand? You have to be disciplined to be in the truth. You understand? It says it is important for us as Blacks and Hispanics to be disciplined because of the laws of the Most High. What you say?
I got the definition.
Go ahead, give me that definition.
The definition for the word discipline: the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior.
Oh, right there. To obey rules or a code of behavior. See, discipline is not only just following rules, but it's also your behavior.
Right.
You understand? We can follow rules but have terrible behavior. You understand? And that's what happens to us a lot of times. We follow rules, but we have bad behavior, which messes up the whole thing. When you have to be able to follow the rules and have good disciplined behavior. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, finish that.
God. Using punishment to correct disobedience.
Using punishment to correct disobedience. Punishment doesn't always mean whipping you across the back or anything like that. You understand what I'm saying? But you could be removed from a position. You understand? You can lose money in a position. You understand what I'm saying? You could be placed under the tutelage of somebody that was formerly under you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That could be the form of punishment. Every time we hear punishment, we always think like somebody cracking the whip, beating you across your back with a whip and stuff like that. That's not punishment in the way it's being explained right here. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Well, that's the end for that.
Punishment to correct disobedience. So it's using punishment to correct disobedience. It's just like you mess up in school. You come home and your mother does what? What's a punishment that she can use against you, or your father can use against you to correct disobedience?
Like take away something that I like.
Take away something that you like. Exactly. That's what I did with my son. I did that. My son was 9, and he told the teacher what he wasn't going to do.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, at that point, I had already gave him 3 strikes, so he caught a 4th. The 4th wasn't pretty.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the first punishment was I took the PlayStation. The second punishment was I took the TV. The third punishment was I cut his head. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it comes in ways, and you take things that are dear to a person or something like that.
Right.
You understand? It's not always the cross which that's what I gave him for the 4th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I gave him for the 4th. You understand what I'm saying? But we have to be disciplined when coming into the truth. Now that's a world. That's a situation that's in the world, but we talking about being in the truth.
Right.
Following these laws, statutes, and commandments is what keeps us disciplined. You understand what I'm saying? And being in this truth is not an easy walk. You understand? Being in this truth is not an easy walk. As a matter of fact, Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Can you grab that for me? Man, it's all up for me. Oh, it's hot.
Not good. Matthew 7:14.
Come. Hold up for a second.
Yeah.
Let me do something for a second. Sweat my room. What's up, ready? It's already cooked up. Okay. All right.
All right,
You ready? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way.
Say that again.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way,
Go ahead.
which leadeth unto life,
Go ahead.
and few there be that find it.
Say that 14.
Down 14. Well, 13.
We started at. We started at.
at 14.
Oh, she gonna start at 13. Go ahead. Start at 13.
This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
It say enter ye in at the straight gate. What does that mean? Enter ye in at the straight gate. Go ahead, Raj.
Walk into the truth.
Enter ye in at the straight gate. Come into the truth. Follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. You know, enter ye in at the straight gate. Go ahead.
God. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Hey, listen to this. Check this out, right? It says, for wide is the gate, right? It's easy.
Right.
For wide is the gate. It says, and broad is the way. A lot of people can do this. This is the easy way out. And a lot of times this is what we do is we take the easy way out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you get frustrated and you do stupid things and you veer off from the truth, you veer off from following the law, statutes, and commandments. Why? is that way. You understand?
Yeah.
Everybody can go down there. It's broad. Everybody, listen, anybody can go in this direction because it's easy to do wrong, right? It's easy to do the things that you feel should be done. It's easy to walk in your feelings. You understand? It's easy to let somebody draw you out into your feelings and you show, you know, that anger or something like that. You understand? It says, think about it, right? It says, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. It's easy to do that.
Right.
It's easy to go down that road to destruction. It's easy to hustle. It's easy. I need money. I got to get, my baby need food.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It's easy to sell drugs, but that's the way to destruction. To get up every morning, throw that suit and that tie on, or throw that uniform on. You understand? To go to work and work a hard 8.
Right.
That's straight. It's easy to be in your feelings. It's hard to walk that straight and narrow. So you walk that straight and narrow. Think about this, right? Path that's straight, the straight gate, straight and narrow, right? It says, enter ye in at the straight gate. You enter in at the straight gate, everybody can't go in shoulder to shoulder. You have to, it's only one way to go.
Right.
When you go into that wide, it's easy to walk that. Anybody can do that means you can do what you want to do. Enter ye in at the straight gate. Listen, that's why they always say the straight and narrow.
Right.
You got to walk that straight path. You got to walk that straight and narrow. That's the straight gate. That's the truth. Anything other than the truth is the broad and easy way to go to destruction. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish that for me.
And broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Go ahead.
And many there be which go in therein. In thereat.
It's a lot of people go in that way. You understand? Think about it. It says, and many there be which go in thereat. It's a lot of people that go that way. Most people go that way because it's easy.
Right.
Nobody want to pick up. Think about this, right? We've been on that. We've been on that street since. Think about this, right? Since 1969, right? We've been on that street since 1969, and look at how many people we have in the truth, and look at how many people are in the church. Think about this, right? Christianity. People been in there all their lives. Why? Think about what's happening with the Christian church right now. They don't even believe the truths of the Bible, even when it's read to them.
Right.
You understand? Because it's easy to go to church, dance and sing, and then go home and think you done praise God all day. Think about it, right? It's broad. How many we got in our school? And think about the church that's right down the street, how many members they got.
Right.
And we talking about the small church. We ain't talking about the mega or the big church. You understand? We ain't talking about new psalmists or nothing like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Think about that. It's broad because they get that word. They get what they want to hear. They don't get what they need to hear. That's the broad and wide way that leadeth to destruction. This is that straight and narrow. A lot of people don't want to walk that straight and narrow. As good as they think they are, they don't want to hear that truth. They don't want to walk that. Think about when we go down there and we speaking on them streets. How many people come up and go against us and talk about they Christian or talk about they what's the other one? Muslim. You a Christian or you Muslim? Then they got little old us over there walking straight and narrow.
Right.
Think about what Officer Kazak said to the brother last week, right? Islam allows you to sell drugs. You understand what I'm saying? Think about just that one thing alone. The brother, look, after about 2 or 3 minutes of Officer Kazak asking him that, he admitted, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you right. This is the straight. We don't allow that in here.
Right.
You understand? It's easy to be in something that allows you to live in your
So,
sin. You said it right there on the money. To live in iniquity. You understand?
right.
You can put that little poofy on that little dress or whatever, and you can still do what you've been doing. You ain't got to change nothing about you. You just change your appearance.
Right. Right.
But when you come in here, you have to change everything.
That's right.
That's why we put on all black, right? Why we put on all black? Because that man has to be dissipated. You understand? That old you has to be washed away, or not. I ain't gonna say washed away. It sounds too Christian.
Right.
You know what I mean? But the old you got to be torn away. The circumcision of you, that old you got to be cut away. It got to be sliced away.
Right.
And the new you has to come out. You understand what I'm saying? That road is wide to destruction, but that straight gate is the hard. This is where we need to be at. And this truth. And these laws, statutes, and commandments. Think about what the law statute, and think about it, right? Coming up, I was always one that thought it was only 10 commandments. You understand? And until I came into the truth, I ain't know nothing about the others. You understand? I didn't know about the dietary laws and things like that. I didn't know nothing about, it tells you in the Bible where you can't get high, you can't smoke and things like that. I ain't know nothing about that, not eating shrimp, crab, and lobster. Listen, all the way up until I found the truth in 2016, pork rib. Listen, I always tell people I had just perfected my baby died. You understand? I'm out of that now, though. But when you begin to understand that this is real, and those other ones, Christianity is not real. Islam is not real. You understand? That's the road to destruction. That's where everybody go. Because it's easy, because you can still be in iniquity with the Most High and be in that.
Right.
You can be home destroying your family and still be in Islam, or still be in Christianity, or still be in Buddhism, or still be in atheism, or still be in Egyptology. You understand what I'm saying? But being in this truth, you gotta be, listen, to be in the truth, you have to be disciplined. To be in the truth, you gotta be disciplined. You veer off sometimes. We make mistakes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But we fall and we get back up and we keep marching.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? We stay in that fight. You understand? Nobody almost caught me. I was ready to say nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you can't say that. Because when you come into this truth, you become perfect. You understand what I'm saying? You follow those laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead, finish that.
Yeah. Verse
14.
On the top.
Yeah.
Because straight is the gate,
Right.
and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life.
That's where we at right now, in this truth, in this light. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the journey that we chose. You understand? Or that's what we were called to. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead.
And few there be that find it.
And few there be that find it. Think about our families now, right? Think about how we started telling our family about the truth and being that I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Think about all of the people that walked away and left us You understand? After they found out the journey that we was taking, that walk that we was taking, that gate, that narrow gate that we decided to go through. Man, forget all that, man. I'm gonna stay in the church, man. Church, man, I can just relax and do my thing. You understand? Church tell me I can come as I am. You know what I mean? I'd rather just go ahead and come as I am, you know. Then once I get myself together and I feel like God can ready to come back, then I'm gonna switch over. And that's what we say. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not knowing that it said that Christ will come like a thief in the night. While you in your iniquity, that's when he gonna come. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be disciplined to be in this truth.
Right.
You understand? That's what the truth, being in the truth, means, being disciplined. You understand? Yeah. We gotta stand on this truth. You can't be a right or left. Listen, you gotta either be, you're gonna either be hot or cold. You can't be lukewarm. You understand? Right. Listen, check this out. I want to grab we're gonna look at some stories of some brothers on both sides, right? We're gonna look at some brothers that, you know, that's in the truth, how they fall. We're gonna look at some brothers that are in the truth and how they prosper. You understand? I want to go to Exodus chapter 32 and listen. We was almost Moseites.
Yeah.
You understand? And then how you say
Moseites.
Moseites. You understand?
Mosesites.
Mosesites. Moseites.
Moseites sound better, right?
Moseites. Yeah. You understand? Children. All right. What's that? Exodus chapter 32.
Yeah.
Start at verse 1.
Yeah. This is Exodus chapter 32, verse 1. And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mountain.
Hey, think about it, right? That's how we get, that's another part right there of being disciplined, right? We get frustrated when stuff don't happen in the time that we want it to happen in.
Yeah.
You understand? We get to the point where we want something to happen immediately. You understand? We coming out of the captivity of Egypt. Now we want everything to happen to us right now. You understand?
Right.
I want my own house. I want my own camel. You understand? I want a 2-hump camel. I don't want a single hump. I want a 2-hump camel. You understand what I'm saying? I want all of the what's that? The leaven bread and all I can eat. All the honey and leaven bread I can eat. We want it immediately, just like right now, right? We want that big house. And we do whatever we got to do to get it. You understand? Even in stepping outside of the Most High. Right. Is what I'm talking about. You understand? Even cars. Think about the brothers that's on the street right now hustling. Why they doing? Because instead of being disciplined and being on that straight, going to get that job, they go on that path, that wide path. I'm going to get it the quick way. I need it now. You understand? And then this is the thing we always do, right? We always act like our baby's starving to death. Man, my baby got to eat. Man, I ain't letting my baby starve. Like your baby really gonna starve. You understand what I'm saying? Like everybody gonna let your baby starve. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that don't happen, but we know brothers. We grew up in the hood. We know how brothers. You know, you got the heaviest baby in the neighborhood, man. That nigga ain't starving at all. Come on, you know what I mean? But these are the things that we put in our mind to help us make a decision to go on that wide path. You understand what I'm saying? Right. What the Raj got? What you got, Daraj?
I was saying when we was back in when we was in Matthew, when you said that brother keep on saying, I will be myself. Being yourself is this history. Being yourself is what Jacob said.
Or being
spirit of you.
Being us as Israel. That's who we should be. And being Israel is what you talking about, is us following the law, statutes, and commandments, right? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you're right. You understand? And that's how we supposed to be. Being Israel, we got to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's exactly right. You understand? Give it up to the rock. Give it up to my nephew. He's going to be up here one day. Go ahead.
The people gathered themselves together unto Aaron,
Right.
and said unto him, up, make us gods, which shall go before us. But as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him.
Hey, listen, we don't know what happened to him, but right now we need a God that we can worship. You understand? We need something that we can see. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's us right now. We need something immediately. Something gotta pop for us immediately. You understand? I gotta get this house immediately. I gotta get this car immediately. I gotta make things happen for me immediately. The only way I can do it, I gotta go out there and hustle. I gotta go selling drugs. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta go pimp these broads.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's where we veer off when we go down that broad road. That road that it's easy for everybody to step that way. You understand? Go ahead. What you going to say?
If I could, and as far as like brothers in the school, we gotta be extra disciplined with these last days.
Yeah.
With this war coming up.
Right.
Because so at the council or at the circle.
Right.
We said like how it's gonna be more brothers and sisters, more families coming in to the school. So now everybody's used to that broad way
Right.
of doing things.
Right.
We right here on the gate. You know what I mean? Like if you know what I mean, if we're not disciplined enough, we're gonna want to appease them.
Right.
With some of that wide destruction that they know.
And it's heavy that you brought that out, right? Because that's what those other Hebrew Israelite groups do.
Exactly. Like that.
To appease as opposed to giving them that truth.
Right.
We're gonna bend and we're gonna break ourselves to appease you. We're gonna make you happy. We want you to come in here and we're gonna make you happy, as opposed to you coming in straight and narrow and we making you into the man that the Most High intended for you to be.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And go ahead, what you got, Darash?
And since we're going through this war, we need to be disciplined and do what God says after the war too.
Right.
We need to be our spirit. We need to be the spirit that Jacob told us that we was gonna be.
Right. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. We gotta be that spirit that we are intended to be. You understand?
Right.
We gotta follow, and that spirit is within the law, statutes, and commandments. We gotta listen. When you follow in the law, statutes, and commandments, you're in that spirit. You understand? But if you're following America, you're not in the spirit of the law, statutes, and commandments, but you're in the spirit of America. Listen, the scripture says, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. Listen, when we not in the law, statutes, and commandments, we taking counsel of America.
Yeah.
We covering ourselves in what? The Pledge of Allegiance. You understand? What we said the last time, what we always say, when you follow the Pledge of Allegiance, you pledge your allegiance from your people to America, away from your people to another people. When you pledge your allegiance, when you sing that Star Spangled Banner and that Stars and Stripes, we wrap ourselves in the spirit of America and we wrap ourselves in that flag. You understand what I'm saying? So we're uncovering ourselves from the laws and we're covering ourselves in America. We're covering ourselves in Sodom and Gomorrah, or we're covering ourselves in Babylon.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But being disciplined, we stay within these laws, statutes, and commandments. We do what the law, statutes, and commandments command us to do. That's what it's called, commandments. I command you to do this and not that.
Right.
You understand? It's like I said, it's easy to go out here and hustle. Anybody can go out here and hustle. You understand? But to stay on that straight and narrow, to go out here and do it the way it's supposed to, where it was intended to be, and not only do it like that, but following the laws, statutes, and commandments while you're doing it.
Right.
You understand? Where we at?
You know, Exodus, on Exodus 32, you know, verse.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings.
Hey, listen, check this out. Pressure was put on Aaron, right?
Right.
Pressure was put on Aaron, so Aaron began to bend.
Yep.
To appease the children of Israel. So what did he do? He began to take those gold pieces, the gold earrings, and everything that the people had that was given to them by the Egyptians, right? Go ahead. I'm jumping ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Which are in the ears of your wives, of your sons, and of your daughters, and bring them to me. Verse 3. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. Verse 4. And he received them at their hands, and fashioned it with a graven tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up of the land of Egypt. Verse 5. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord.
See that right there?
This is
We've been to appease the people. But the Most High that brought us up out of Egypt, we totally dismissed them. We totally dismissed the laws. Remember, they already had the laws. They got Moses getting the laws, but they understood that they were supposed to put no God before the Most High. Now they fashioning a golden calf so that they can worship that golden calf and then say, this is who brought us up out of Egypt. Go ahead.
So they already had the laws. They had the oral laws.
Yeah, they had the oral laws.
When he just now about to document it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, we knew better. We still decided. This crazy disrespectful when you read it.
Right. See, we got something now that now we're gonna have a feast.
Right.
And listen, what does the Most High said? I smell not your feast.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
I will not smell the aroma of your beast.
Right.
You understand? I despise your feast day.
Right.
And this is why the Most High despises those feast days, because now they're worshiping something that did not bring them up out of Egypt. You're replacing the one who saved you with something that cannot save you. Listen, when we follow America, we're following a nation that cannot save us.
Right.
Scriptures say that. You understand? We look to a nation that cannot save us. And this is what the children of Israel are doing right here with the golden calf, looking towards something that cannot save them, that did not save them.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Go ahead. What you got, Daraj?
Just like us, they replaced the fake Israelites with us. We trying to save our people.
Right.
And they're worshiping a thing, and they're not worshiping God.
Right. Listen.
Which is the person who saved you and got you out of Egypt.
And this is also what's happening. This is what's happening. Those fake Israelites are bending to appease the people to get them to come to them. You understand? So what they're not doing is they're not following the law, statutes, and commandments to make the people happy. You understand? Go ahead.
If I could, like the first Israelite group that I was introduced to, the Candy Canes,
Right.
they celebrate Hanukkah, and that's 8 days of gifts.
Right.
So it made it a real easy transition for me to get out of Christmas.
Right.
And they always felt close to each other.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I mean, even my oldest son used to be like, used to tell his friends, like, you should celebrate Hanukkah. It's better than Christmas.
Right.
You get 8 days of gifts.
Right. Right.
I'm like, that.
So we're gonna do something a little better. We're gonna make them come over here and we're gonna give away more gifts.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So listen, you still celebrating Christmas, just calling it something else.
Exactly.
You understand? Now you got your children looking forward to Hanukkah, the fake Christmas.
Right.
You understand? Which is Christmas times 8.
Right. Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, when you break off from that, they real hot now because now we don't get no gifts for Christmas, but you shouldn't be celebrating Christmas. You understand? It tells us in there, what's that, Jeremiah 14:2?
John.
Is it Jeremiah
14:1?
14:1?
I got chapter 4, verse 1.
Chapter 4, verse 1? Is that what?
It's my love. I gotta get it.
You gotta get it.
I believe it's 14:1.
Right.
You don't know? That's the one.
You got it?
Isn't it Jeremiah 10?
It's 10.
It's Jeremiah chapter 10, verse.
Oh, 10 and 2.
10 and 2.
Yeah, 10 and 2. God damn, that's my nephew.
Hey.
I tell you, my nephew nice like that. My nephew's nice. 10 and 2.
I go.
Man,
I do classes over there.
listen, this thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Listen, that's the truth right there. Learn not the way of the heathen, and that's what we get caught up in, right?
Right.
Learning the ways of the heathen. Then we twist what the heathen already has, and we give them 8 more days. That makes the children even more happier. We celebrating Christmas that's better than the Christmas. It's called Hanukkah or Hanukkah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get gifts 8 days.
Right.
1 day over a week. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would have loved that as a kid.
I know,
You
right?
understand what I'm saying? So now you leave that and your kid is disappointed. Especially disappointed understanding that now I go from getting 8 gifts to no gifts. Not understanding that he was doing 8 times worse. In iniquity, 8 times as much. Celebrating the heathen's days. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And not realizing you going into that broad and wide, that road that leads to destruction. You understand what I'm saying? It says, learn not the way of the heathen and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. These customs are vain. They have no point.
Yeah.
They are empty.
Yeah.
You understand? They do nothing for us. These ways are vain. You understand? We benefit not from them.
Right.
We ain't gonna get into that, but for one cut of the tree out of the forest, the works of the hand of the workman, which is cutting down that tree. You understand? They deck it with silver and gold. You know the whole joint about the Christmas tree, decking it with silver and gold and stuff like that. But learn not the way of the heathen. My nephew got that.
Yeah.
Damn, boy, I'm not listening. He got that. I did not remember that. Damn. Yeah, okay. You know, see, that's why listen. Again, and I say this, Danny, every week. But I envy you because look at what you got. You understand what I'm saying? We couldn't even figure it out, and he got it for us.
Right.
Not envying, but look at that. That's why I say you make me proud. Look at it. Look what's happening. Look at the benefit. When you came in, he could barely walk and talk coming in. Now look at him now. He helped us out because now I'm glad you brought him. He's almost rough. You know what I mean? Go ahead. We gonna finish where we was at.
We at Exodus chapter 32, verse 6. And they rose up early on the morrow and offered burnt offerings and put peace offerings. And the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play.
Rose up to play. Look, we having a good grand old time. Listen, all of this, listen, we're gonna drop that right there, but all of this is easy. You understand? The Most High wanted to destroy them and start over. Because immediately after leaving Egypt, all of a sudden you forgot about the Most High. Now we worshiping a golden calf.
Yeah.
Think about being a microwave generation. They was a microwave generation back then.
Yeah.
They wanted it easy.
Yeah.
So what does it say? It says there's no new thing under the sun. We've always been like that as a nation of people.
Yeah.
We always wanted stuff quickly. If it ain't happening just like that, we gonna quickly, our minds go somewhere else. It shows that the history shows that by all of the captivities we've been in. Think about it, right?
Yeah.
All of the captivities we've been in is because we suffering the iniquities of our fathers. Not being patient, not being disciplined, not staying in this truth. You understand? Think about where we would be at right now as a school. And I'm talking about just Baltimore. If the brothers didn't fall off and fall back into the wide path with sticking. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But because we got to do that straight gate, a lot of it's not for a lot of brothers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some brothers, when they fall, that's it for them. They can't get back up and keep treading on. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of brothers, they fall and they fall upon their sword, and that's it. A lot of brothers go out on their shield. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of falling and getting back up and continuing that grind. We slip and we fall, but we get back up and we continue that grind, continue that fight. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Scriptures tell us Paul had a thorn in his flesh, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what that thorn is, but we know he had one. That lets us know everything that you say, man, I just can't do it because blah, blah, blah. That's bullshit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Paul can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
Christ say we can do it, we can do it. You understand?
Right.
It's being disciplined. Sometimes we do knucklehead stuff, but it's realizing and understanding what you did and picking yourself back up and continuing that battle. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm gonna drop that.
What the was like three more verses?
Go ahead. Well, I had it down to 10, but
Yeah, slide. Yeah.
I had it down to 10.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Go ahead, drop me. If you want to go ahead.
Okay.
You gonna let him read?
Yeah.
Go ahead, let him read. Start where you left off at.
I left off at verse.
No, he finished.
I finished it. Yes, 7.
Yeah, 7. You got it, Devon?
And the Lord,
Wait a minute. Let them know where you at.
Exodus chapter 32, verse 7.
He said Exodus chapter 32, verse 7. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Moses, go get thee down, for thy people which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt have corrupted themselves.
My man is good. He said, have to wait for that word. Listen. Most High told Moses, go get them people. They have corrupted themselves. You understand? And that's what we do as a people.
Yeah.
When we sit up in that Christian church, we corrupt ourselves.
Yeah.
Listen, a lot of those Christian people that sit up in those churches, a lot of those brothers in the Muslim mosque and things like that, they know that that's not the truth. But because that truth allows you to be who your flesh wants you to be,
Yeah.
we'd rather sit there and be that. Realizing and understanding that it's leading us to death. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of us don't mind taking that walk to death as long as we can be who the flesh or our flesh wants to be, as opposed to being who the Most High created us to be.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not called commandments for nothing. I command you, follow these commandments. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Darash.
But they turn aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them.
It says, they have turned aside quickly out of the way which I have commanded them. You understand? As quickly as I gave them the commandments, they turned away quickly.
Right.
You understand? They stopped following my law, statutes, and commandments. I said, have no other gods before me, but they're creating a God to put in my place. They quickly turned. Go ahead.
They made them a molten calf.
They have made them a God. They have made them a molten calf. They have made them a God.
Right.
Well, if Moses ain't came back, we gonna make something so we can worship something. Just like they called for a king in Saul.
Yeah.
You keep calling for a king. You keep calling for a king. Well, I'm gonna give you a king. And look at what he did. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead, Darash.
Worship and have sacrificed thereto, and said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
It says, these be thy gods, and it's the God with the little g. These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. Listen, they are giving them being delivered to something that cannot deliver them.
Right. Right.
Just like the Christians go up into that church and they worship a God that did not deliver them. They worship the God of Christianity, the God that did not deliver them. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you for delivering me. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I've been there enough. I told you I was a trustee up in there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see it. And it's like, once you see the truth, you like, I told you I went back twice, right? I went back one time to tell them we was following the wrong thing.
Right, right.
And the second time I said, listen, if y'all ain't coming, I ain't ever coming back. That second time after that, I never been back. I ain't even been back to see the church or the people in the church. You understand? And I was close to a lot of them. Yo, that's not the truth. And the thing is when you continue to go back, you begin to corrupt your own mind. Well, it ain't all that bad, everybody ain't all that bad. Maybe I just come here. I come here once a week and I go there once a week. Boy, they're gonna have a special ceremony, so I'm gonna come here twice. I'm gonna hold off on that one, and then you understand, and then you begin to compromise yourself. Then you begin to break your discipline. You understand? Being in the truth means being disciplined. You begin, the more you give yourself to other gods, the less you give yourself to the Most High. You understand?
Yeah.
The more you become undisciplined. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where we at?
We're at
Number 9.
Exodus verse 9. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen the people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Hey, listen, I've seen these people. These are stiff-necked people. These are hard-headed people. These are people that do what they want to do when they want to do it. This is a stiff-necked people. It's hard to get them to go in the right direction. You grab them and you turn them and they turn back. You turn them and they turn back. And that's what happened to the children of Israel. The Most High delivered us, but we delivered ourselves back into iniquity, going against them. Think about it, right? We fell into the hands of the Egyptian from being in iniquity with the Most High. The Most High delivers us, and then we fall right back into the same iniquity. You understand?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. Now therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation.
Hey, listen, check this out, man. I'm about to burn them up. I'm about to get rid of them real quick, Moses, and I'm about to make you a great nation. Moseites. Moseites. We'd have been Moseites. That'd have been crazy. No, that's it. You can drop that. You got it. But we'd have been Moseites. Think about it. But Moses stepped in and said, "Oh, wait, man. You understand? Listen, you don't want to destroy them right now. Listen, we can turn them around. You know what I mean? Look, you understand? Moses saved us. We'd have all been Moseites. It would have been a wrap. You understand? It would have been a wrap. Good. What'd you bring?
Yeah, that's so epic. Like, Moses is a hell of a brother because, like, that's a lot of power he could have had. Just like Yahushua was tempted. Like, you see Yahushua temptation,
right?
You know what I mean? Of anything he could have had and all the kingdom and all that. When you see it, Moses had time to think about temptation.
Well, think about this though, right? Because that's heavy what you bringing out, right? Think about this. What man would give up being the cornerstone of a nation?
What?
And for generations, everybody will be talking about you. But he set himself aside.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the discipline
Exactly.
and understanding the truth that made Moses say, "Hey, listen, we can get them right." You understand what I'm saying? Don't destroy him. Look, we go holler at him.
Right,
You know?
right.
Look, you wait right here. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Boom. And that's what it is. You understand? Being disciplined. Because it have been a lot of brothers that would say, "You know what, God? Well, do what you gotta do.
That.
I'm gonna go start this thing over again." You know what I mean?
Right.
And then he'd have been talked about. But that's not where it was. He understood. You understand what I'm saying? We fall. Let's give him another chance. Let's let him do it again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Look, listen, we in captivity in America now. You understand what I'm saying? But this is it right here. This is the last captivity.
Yeah.
This is it right here.
Right.
Once this nation falls right here, listen, it ain't gonna be no more we falling off the horse again. You understand? It ain't gonna be no more of that. People gonna be getting disciplined. You understand?
Yeah. Right.
It's gonna be, listen. When this war already started. When they get the crack, it's gonna be a lot of sad people. It's gonna be a lot of people getting, people gonna be turning their backs on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You decided that you made that decision. You had to live with the decisions that you make. What you got, Daraj?
We're so happy. They made Moses a white man.
Right.
They betrayed him with a white man. Think about how mad black people would have been if we made Malcolm X a white person.
We wouldn't have been following him.
Martin Luther King, a white man.
Right.
We would have been talking about that everywhere. We would have been mad
Right.
But we made Jesus. We made Jesus what? We made Moses.
The oppressor.
We made
The oppressor.
Jesus the oppressor. We made Moses the oppressor.
No, wait a minute. Wait. Look. Our oppressor lied to us and made Christ, made him white. He made Moses white. He made all of the disciples and the apostles in the Bible white. They're called whitewash. He fooled us. But guess what? The Lord brought the truth back into the earth.
Right.
The Lord brought the artifacts up and started to reveal who the true biblical Jews of this Bible was. You understand? And then we understood that these are black people. These are our people. This Bible is about us. This Bible is our moral compass. These laws, statutes, and commandments are only for us. Ain't that what the Bible tells us?
Yeah.
These laws, statutes, and commandments were created for us and no other nation. We got that scripture. Hit me with that. You know what I'm talking about? The world was created for our sake.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Let me make sure I got that right. Go back.
Okay, second answer. Chapter 6. So I got it.
Yep, I got it. I feel like that.
Verse 59.
That's it right there. Just hit that part.
This verse 59.
Yep.
This is second Ezra chapter 6, verse 59. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Listen, check this out, right? If the world now be made for our sake, why do we not possess an inheritance? We do not possess an inheritance because we gave it away to our oppressor. Right. Not following the law, statutes, and commandments, not being disciplined. You understand?
Right.
Not understanding that we were the strength of the earth. You understand? The law, statutes, and commandments were created for our sake. This world was created for our sake. We supposed to be running this earth, but because we stepped out of, what did they say? Because we stepped out of our position, we gave up our seat. This is the reason why we on the bottom right now. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
This is the reason why we in the condition that we in, because we removed ourselves. We gave up our position. You understand?
Right.
What you got?
I was trying to find this. This is a good one too. I wanted this is about them painting the faces of judges.
Go ahead.
In Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So think about who the wicked are, right? Think about who's running the earth right now. Who's running the earth right now, DeRaj?
The oppressor.
The oppressor is running the earth right now. It says the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. How has the earth been given into the hands of the wicked? How has the earth been given into the hands of the wicked? Because we've been undisciplined, not following the law, statutes, and commandments, and we have given the earth up to the oppressor. Because we are in iniquity with the Most High. And because we are in iniquity with the Most High, we handed our kingdom over to the oppressor.
Right.
This is the reason why the oppressor owns everything. We got to go to the oppressor for water. We got to go to the oppressor for food. We got to go to the oppressor for housing. We got to go to the oppressor for work.
Yeah.
That's a slave.
Yeah.
So much so now that we don't even see ourselves as slaves. We are homegrown slaves. You're a homegrown slave when you've been born into something and it becomes natural. Even knowing that it's evil, it's natural. We understand that every time we go to a new job, we already know that the oppressor is going to be our supervisor. We know that we're going to get fired. You understand?
Right.
While the oppressors on the job, they can do the same thing that we do and not get fired. As a matter of fact, they'll get raises. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Go ahead.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
It says he covers the faces of the judges thereof. What does that mean? He covers the faces of the judges thereof. Go ahead, Rob.
The oppressor.
Remember what you was talking about earlier? No, I'm talking about.
They made our heroes into the oppressor.
Yep, that's it right there. They made all of our people, they made them into the oppressor. All of our heroes, just like you said.
Yeah.
Everybody that we look up to in the Bible, they made them into the oppressor.
Yeah.
Come on. Right, yeah. Back in there. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, I had to get that little puzzle piece. Yeah, it went off. It almost went off on me, but I got it back in there. Yeah, go ahead.
So all right, so this is the one I was looking for. That was a good one.
Right.
I was looking for Maccabees. This is First Maccabees.
Hold up. Let us get to it. First Maccabees what?
First Maccabees chapter 3.
Right.
Verse 48.
Verse 48. Okay. I'm there.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their image.
There you go. So the heathen included himself into our book. Yeah. So look, the heathen opened up our mail, and then he scribbled his name into our mail under our name.
Right.
You understand? And made it seem like that mail was for him too.
Right.
But when it was only for us. So much so that even the Asians think they included. The Africans think they're included. The Arabs, some Arabs think they included. They say the Bible goes with the Quran. You understand?
Right.
They contradict each other. All right. The Quran says that the true biblical Jews are in the Bible. So the Quran contradicts itself. The Bible gives us the truth.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Go ahead. Was that it on that?
That was it on that.
Oh, okay. That was it. You understand? Where was we at before that?
This is Second Ezra chapter 6, I believe. 59. The word was made for our sake.
Right. Go ahead. And possess an inheritance of the world. How long shall this endure? Listen, how long shall it endure until we come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, till Christ returns and destroys our enemies? You understand?
Yeah.
And listen, what Isaiah 30:2 say, that they walked to go down into Egypt and had not asked of my mouth. Listen, we follow America, and we don't follow what the Most High has told us to do. Shaking hands and making covenants with the enemies. You understand?
Right.
The scriptures tells us not to make marriages with our enemies, right? It tells us not to make marriages. Making a marriage is not always what we see as coming together in holy matrimony. That's not the only kind of marriage that we make. Going into businesses with the oppressor. You understand? Shaking hands and making business engagements with the oppressor. You understand? And then the oppressor using you and then discarding you at the end. Listen, think about this, right? I always look at Ice Cube with that big three, right? He got that big three. He connected with the oppressor. They both own that big three. Who's getting the most money? The oppressor. Because it's got to be shown on the oppressor's network. So you got to pay the oppressor. Then you got to split with this oppressor. At the end of the day, that's something split three ways, right? It's split three ways. It's split three ways, right? Ice Cube get 1/3, the oppressor get 2/3. Yeah, you gotta look at it like that. Because the networks are owned by who? The oppressor. Right. Then you gave half of the team to the oppressor. So at the end of the day, the oppressor got 2/3 and you got 1/3. At the end of the day, they'll find a way to take the whole shebang. This is the reason why we can't do business with them like that. You can't go into business with the oppressor because at the end of the day, the oppressor is always looking for a way to move you out. It says, what the scripture say? An enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to overthrow thee or throw thee into a pit. You shake his hand, you shake hands. Oh yes, we're going into business, we're doing this, we're doing boom. You understand? This is the reason why you gotta be disciplined. Why didn't he hook up with a couple of other brothers with money and start that league? Now, of course, if you want the league to be seen, it's gotta be seen on the oppressor's network, right? But why not include your brothers?
So I believe that it's other brothers that if there's a brother, well, damn. The only brother that comes to my mind now is on trial right now. But yeah, man, who dealing with getting punished by a dude named the Punisher.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he had Revolt.
Right.
That was his.
He had who?
He had Revolt. The name of the company is the streaming service.
Oh, okay.
Revolt.
And you know they're gonna hang him up for that.
Okay.
They're gonna get that just like they did World Star. All of a sudden, the dude that had World Star, you know, he was trying to buy World Star from him for years.
God.
And then he had that heart attack, just so happened. And now who got it? The oppressor got it.
Oh man, I didn't even think it was still around.
Yeah, World Star's still around. Yeah, it's still around. Oh, they had too many videos on that boy not to be around.
Right.
You understand? And people still doing World Star.
Right.
You understand? But now it's everywhere now. Now you got it on YouTube and all of that. Now everybody's doing everything. You understand? All those videos are going everywhere. But it started there.
Right. Yeah,
so now the oppressor got wind of that. And now, because think about this, right? If anything wicked happened to any other nation or people, they don't show it. Right? You good?
Yeah, that was sweating beat you up.
Oh, okay. Think about it, right? Anything wicked happen, the oppressor, especially if it's dealing with the oppressor, they don't show it.
Right.
But when it comes to us, they show it. You can see it on TikTok, you can see it on Facebook, you can see it on Instagram, all of that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So oppressor saw World Star and he understood that this is where the views are. Then what else did he do? Atlanta Housewives. Ignorance always sells. If those women were half as disciplined, it would never be an Atlanta Housewives. It would never be a what's that New York Inc. Basketball Wives. Right. All of those spin-off shows that come from the Housewives shows. You got everybody does something. You understand what I'm saying? And then on all of the shows, you gotta be ratchet. Right? You gotta be undisciplined. You can't be in the truth doing what they do on those shows. Think about how they stab each other in the back. That goes against everything that the Most High said. Go to him and him alone. But you see them talking to everybody about what happened to them with this person over there, as opposed to going to that person. You understand what I'm saying? This is America. This is what America is. This is the spirit of America.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Not being disciplined is the spirit of America. Shows you how they attacked Iran, right? Even though we don't give a goddamn, we want this thing to happen, but that shows you what America, the true spirit of America. The true spirit of America has no discipline. America has never been in the truth.
Right.
You understand? You can't build anything off of America. America is only about destruction and destroying things. Go ahead. What you got, Daraj?
And what you talking about the women telling the people about like what they don't like about people. You ain't gonna get nothing solved unless you go to them and them alone. Because
Right.
then they might have never meant to be mean. They might have never
Hey,
meant
Daraj, what grade you in?
I'm about to go in third.
You about to go in the third? He just leaving the second? God damn. You see what this truth do? Yo, I'll be amazed every time I see him, man. I'll be amazed for real. I'm trying to have another. I think I bring up a kid in the truth for real. God damn. Anybody out there want to have a kid? I listen to him, man. He's like, yo, you blessed as a mother, for real. You blessed. Truly. You know what I mean? Woe unto them that call good. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's America. What's the bitter? What's the evil for good and the good for evil? Name something that's the evil that America does.
Promote homosexuality.
Yep, promote that LGBTQ. You understand? It's okay to be gay. That used to be the slogan when it first came in.
Yeah.
It's okay to be gay. You understand? That was when it first started coming out.
Right.
That was some years ago. That was the slogan that was all on TV. It's okay to be gay. Well, we know that's not the truth. That's how Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed, right?
Right.
That's how Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed. What else they got? Pork, the new white meat. You understand that? So now, think about this, right? 10 years ago, not every restaurant, but some restaurants had a bacon burger.
Yeah.
Now, everything you got now, everything got bacon in it. Me and my rib went to Chick-fil-A. Well, she went to Chick-fil-A, picked up the salad for us. We always get it the same way, right? I get the Cobb salad. And they had bacon spread all over it. It's supposed to be a Christian organization, right? We got bacon spread on all of it. It's Christian. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But every spot that you go into now, they got bacon just about on everything. Bacon is on everything. You gotta ask them now. Like, is any bacon on it?
Yeah.
You got any pork in it or anything like that? It's pork in everything. I used to eat the I don't know if you remember the little Salisbury steak by
Is it
Banquet, right? It used to be 100% ground beef. Now it's all mixed with pork and all of that now. You know what I mean? Me and my rib in the market, because I told her, I said, this used to be my joint. When I first moved on my own, man, I had a whole freezer filled with that.
Right.
You know, I make some rice and put that over rice with the gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We looked at it and I was like, yeah, this just should be my joint right here, because this was beef. And when we looked at it, everything was mixed with pork now. Everything got pork in it. My rib found some, marshmallows got pork in it too, right?
Yeah.
But my rib she found the vegetarian ones without the pork in. We had to order those though. You gotta order it.
And they taste the same.
Yeah, they taste the same. They good, not smashed.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, you understand? So this is America. You understand? It says the good for evil and evil for good, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. Anything that we do that talks against or speaks against the evils of America, it's wrong. You understand?
Right.
But when they talk about the darkness and the dark things that America has done to us, you understand? We're supposed to forget that.
Yeah.
You understand? We're supposed to remember 9/11, but we're supposed to forget about the destruction of our own people. That's supposed to be pushed in the back, pushed in the dark. You understand? And everything about America is good, crisp, and wholesome. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead.
And if I said, like, in another thing where you put lightness for the darkness for the light, is because, like, we on a hate group. Never did anything violent to anybody.
Right.
The only thing we do is talk about righteousness and trying to get black people, black, Hispanic, Latinos, First Nation people, Native Americans,
Right,
to keep the laws of God, which keeps us out of the court system. And all we do, and we tell the white man that he's a devil because he is a devil. He receives the whole planet.
right,
All we do is tell the truth.
right,
And we label a hate group. We can't even. We've been trying to get food from Maryland Food Bank for years.
right,
Fighting a good fight for years. Man, I done met with an associate. We done had coffee together.
right,
Trying to talk. She wanted to help.
right,
Oppressor. She was oppressor. She wanted to help.
right,
But because he labeled it as a hate group,
right,
she was like, I want to help you so bad because I actually
right.
like. They said that they can't be open because you're on the group, you're on that list.
And the thing about it, right, is they make it so hard. Even when they're doing something illegal,
Right.
if they're making evil look good and making the good look evil. This is just a part of them, and this is the way the oppressor is made. You understand? This has always been the way the oppressor has been made. You understand?
Right.
And with that, we're Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. We've been bringing this truth since 1969, and what is that truth? That truth is that the so-called black, the so-called Hispanics, and the so-called natives are the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Hey, listen, check this out, right? Have class Monday through Friday. Monday's class, of course, we just got finished. Monday's class is history class. Tuesday is brotherhood class. We have that from 7 to 9. Wednesday is law class. Thursday is scripture breakdown, where General Muhammad comes on and breaks down scripture for us. Friday is the Hebrew class, where we learn our original language, which is taught by our officer Uriah. You understand? He's our Hebrew teacher here in Baltimore. But every city where we are has a Hebrew teacher, and you can learn that Hebrew on Fridays. You understand? We got going down. Oh no, that's not. I can't do that. Okay, that's cool. No, I was going to say something. No, but with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest Officer Alizar.
Clap it up.
Clap it up.
These are the security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're here to shed, they're here to salute the slot. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is the commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 and 10. Means 10 in the Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offer for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, got the memorial of the blowing the trumpet, which is in September. Just check in on social media, ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so forth for ISUPK events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, we'll get one courtesy speech to the teacher, Minute Israel Almighty, which means to stand. Minute Israel Almighty, Mike Shabbat, Almighty, Rock. Yahweh Shia Shah Rakatah.
How about you? How about you?
Yashimatah, class dismissed.